my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I'm joined with my friend from the overseas, Mark Olroyd, and from Suddenly Comics. And yeah, it's what is it? Something special about today? Oh yes, it's the hottest Silver Age books of the week.
Yay!
I'm stripping. I'm
I thought it
speaking
was
for
going to be the
Alan.
Muppet Show there for a minute.
Yeah, actually, yeah, but yeah. So I actually loved the Muppet Show. That was a great show. Um, so it should be a pretty cool list actually. I tried to include a bit of everything on this list, but there is one thing that's missing. One thing
Oh,
I think
Alan, I've been through and I've looked, and I'm overjoyed. There's no arachnids.
there's no arachnids, no spiders, so it didn't make the list. There wasn't really anything interesting. There was
Okay.
one, I was like, ah, and then there was another cool one. I was like, ah. So it didn't make the list.
Right. Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Let's go over here, and we're going to go here.
So this is a cool one in a way. I do you know the show? Are you familiar with the I Dream of
I've
Jeannie?
heard of it, but I have to say I don't think I've ever watched it. Is it Larry Hagman?
I don't know the guy's name. I'm not really good with actors' names, tell
Yeah,
you the
I
truth.
think that is Larry Hagman, who is more famous for being the bad guy on Dallas.
Yes, he is the guy from Dallas.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, the one
yeah,
who killed JR. He was called JR, wasn't he?
yeah. Who killed JR? Yes,
Well, this is pre Dallas.
pre Dallas. But I Dream of Jeannie was really fun. You know, it was you know she's a genie. And she's one of the, I think I'm not sure if she's still alive. But she stayed pretty like all the way through her life. She's just a very beautiful woman.
Barbara
Um,
Eden.
Barbara Eden. Yes, Barbara Eden. And uh, this is I Dream of Jeannie's first appearance. So as a comic.
Probably Larry Hagman's first cover appearance as well.
Yeah. But I just thought it was a fun one. You know, these this was a during the 60s, this was a really popular thing to do where
Yeah,
if you have a popular TV show, you'd
yeah,
make it into a comic.
yeah,
And there was a whole bunch of these, like most of them were four color. So Dell
yeah.
did a
It
lot
was
of it.
I Love Lucy, I think, was a comic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I Love Lucy, Hardy
Bewitched,
Boys, Bewitched. Yeah, all of them. Like all the ones you can think
I
any of
Spy.
the I Spy, yeah. Yeah, I just a whole bunch. And Lassie had its own.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny thing with Lassie, Matt Baker did the artwork for
Wow.
Lassie.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So it's really cool. So, I Dream of Jeannie. It's kind of a fun
Right.
one.
Well, I can't imagine there's many of these, Alan. This is a 6.5 and it's sold for $159. That sounds reasonable to me. I can't imagine there's
Yeah, it sounds reasonable. Yeah. I
oh,
forgot how much I paid
this
for
has
my
not been a
copy.
good investment, Alan.
Oh,
This
shoot.
if you bought one of there's only one of these sold last year for 408, and now you've lost $250 over a year.
Wow. Wow. So, not so good.
It's not been a great investment. There's only
I,
44 of these on the census.
yeah, you know what's weird? It's like one of those ones where not many people know it right nowadays, right? Um, I actually have the first two issues, which is there's only two issues of this comic.
Oh, it only ran
So
for two issues.
yeah, that's not a good sign either, right? But I bought it for the nostalgic purpose. I just thought it was cool. I just thought it was cool that it was on the list. And it seems like it's a bit of a steal. It was a steal, but you know. But I guess it's one of those things like unless they bring the show back, it's probably going to continue to lose value over time.
Yeah, because
Because
the people who knew about it are dying out, aren't they? I mean,
yeah,
1966, you'd probably have to have been 10 or more. So you're in your late 60s to late 60s if you remember this show. Uh,
Hmm.
you
I
know,
watched in reruns, but yeah, in the
uh,
70s or 80s, yeah.
so it's got to decline. It's like Western comics. You know, I see whenever I look at auctions in the UK and there's Western comics in it, they never sell
Yeah.
because you know
You
there were.
know, if they ever have a revival though of westerns, then those things will be like, will go crazy again, you know.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get a revival of I Dream of Jeannie though. Right.
You never know. You never know. It was a
As
very
you
popular
don't.
show.
Having said that, next week it's going to be announced they're reviving it.
And
Um,
then this book goes up to $1 billion.
yeah. Ryan Reynolds is going to take the Larry Hagman part, and some hot chick will play the genie. Right. Okay.
Mm.
Now this is more mainstream. Here we
Yeah.
have an early Batman from 1961. Nice cover, and it looks really clean copy, Alan, for a 4.0.
Yeah, this is a nice one. I think this might be down as well, just so you know. But this is the first appearance of Batgirl.
Ah, okay. First appearance. I
But
didn't.
this is a different Batgirl than most people know.
Oh,
This
okay.
is this is the blonde one. Then they came
Right.
out with a dark-haired black Batgirl later.
Who's this here
So
then?
she this is
That
uh
woman.
it should say something Keaton, Keaton. To go up, if you scroll up on the thing, I'll say
First appearance of the original Batgirl, Betty Kane. Betty Kane.
Betty Kane. Betty Kane, yes.
Right. The other Batwoman on here is Batwoman. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So she didn't really last that long. I guess she was reused later in the Bronze Age, maybe. But she was not a lasting character.
No, and this is
Um,
also the first appearance of the Blue Bowman, who was previously known as the Signal Man.
yeah.
I've never heard of
So
either of them.
sort of a minor villain.
Yes. Why does he get renamed? I think the Signalman is a better name than the Blue Bowman.
I don't know. Is the Blue Bowman actually? I'm not even sure if it's a villain or a hero. To tell you, the truth. I haven't read this book, so I
Uh,
don't.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
familiar.
Can't help you.
But
Answers in
yeah,
the comments, please, if you know.
yeah, and then they'll complain. Oh, you didn't know? He's like the best character ever. Um.
So
So yes,
$396 for a 4.0. That sounds low.
it is. Yeah, I always remember this book being about $100 a point.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
flat, Alan, completely flat.
yeah. What was his peak? It was like probably
Mm,
450 or something like that.
Not
Peak
much higher. 555 in COVID.
55. Yeah,
It's flat basically for the last 10 years.
I think this was the same price that I paid for my copy though. My copy's restored,
Oh, okay.
so that's not a good sign. And mine's the same grade.
All right. Okay. Nice Batman, though. Good to see. Next up,
Yeah.
we have got a key.
But how many were on the census? Just quickly go
Oh,
back to that.
sorry.
I always like to know the
There's,
census numbers.
uh, not many, 674.
Yeah, DC is always a bit rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a first appearance, so you'd
Yeah, it
expect.
is. Yeah, it's a bit of a key. Although it's the first appearance of a character that's not sustained.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Here we have a character who is sustained. Um,
Mhm.
is this the first Falcon, Alan?
That is the first Falcon. And it is the interesting thing about it is the Falcon trailer, the new Captain America movie trailer just dropped
Yes,
uh
I saw that.
like a couple days ago.
I haven't watched it yet. Have you seen it?
Yeah, the trailer looked so,
Just an
you know.
action movie by presumably just get lots of people jumping around and flying
Yeah,
through the air and
they're trying to make it a little bit conspiratorial.
oh,
I don't
okay.
know. Um, I'm not sure. I have a feeling it's going to be a hot mess. It's just a feeling.
But they
Um,
must get themselves sorted out at some stage, surely.
yeah,
I mean,
but it does have Harrison
they've had
Ford.
long enough now as gap between movies to get themselves sorted out.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, so this is the first appearance of the Falcon, and he's called the Falcon because he has a Falcon.
he has a falcon called Red Wing.
Yeah. And
Uh, yeah,
so I have a feeling this book is still probably way down.
right. In theory, it
But
should be up, shouldn't it? Because we've got a movie coming. Uh,
exactly, which means that
432 for an 8.0 sounds low to me.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
Oh,
that's
this
pretty.
is a disaster.
Yes.
That is not even. Yeah, that is not it. That last point on there is 540. This hasn't been put on the graph yet. It's down here.
Yeah.
This is back to lower than pre-COVID.
So one of the things you can do if you ever want to find out how well a movie's going to perform, you watch the trailer and then read the comments on the trailer. And so I watched the trailer. I thought it was sort of a so-so thing. So the trailer is is usually somebody taking the best parts of the movie and
Yeah,
making
yeah,
it into
yeah,
something.
yeah.
So it's sort of like, your bride when you get married. That's the best she's ever going to look. That's her pinnacle. Well, the trailer is really the pinnacle for the movie. And so you go and read the comments, and the comments are like those kind of like making fun of it. That's not a good sign. So
Well, it's certainly not having a good effect upon the price of the comic,
yeah.
which
So
that
this
is
one,
that is the lowest sale for ages, since well before COVID.
oh wow. So yeah, this one is just gonna continue to drop. I mean, it
This has
looks
gone
like it's
through the
just on
floor,
that.
Alan. You know, we're talking about a lot of comics appear to have stabilized around about the pre-COVID price. This has now gone through that.
Yeah, this is it's trying to find a new floor. It's in the basement right now.
Right, not good. Is this a good
Yeah.
time to buy this? I think it could go further. I mean, it really.
The trend is down, I would say, and the movie is gonna be bad, potentially. Um, so yeah, you could
And
buy it
when
six
is the
months.
film come out? Is it before or after the Fantastic Four?
I think it's I think it's this year, right?
Is it? I
So,
thought they were only doing one movie this year. I thought we were only getting the Deadpool movie.
but the Deadpool movie is through Fox, right? So I don't know if that counts.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it's this year. I forget what. So I mean, the trailer just came out, so it's got to be soon. It's got to be. I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah. Okay.
um. So I think it is this year, but I'm not sure when. Um. What's the census on this book? I think it's fairly high.
It probably. Yeah, 3,970.
Yeah, but yeah, not a good performer. Just I mean, what was the peak?
Oh
What
gosh,
was the
oh,
worst?
mighty fallen on this one. Uh 1676, and it's now selling for 400. So it's at 25% of its peak.
Wow. Okay. So do not invest in Falcons. They're not a good investment. Okay. So yeah. I think it's a cool book. I would love to have it in 8.0. That'd be pretty
Yeah, I
nice.
mean
Okay.
that's a really great gauge. You may be able to get it if it drops another sort of 75%. You'll be
Yeah,
able to get it
you
for
get it
100. You'll be
cheaper.
able to get it for $100 in a few years' time.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, what's next?
Next, a Flash, the first appearance of Mirror Man.
Yes, it is. This is Flash 105. And it's the first his
Another
title.
nice looking 4.5 here.
Is it the first Mirror Man? Yeah, it's 105. This is the first him having his own title too. I think if you read the description.
It says first Silver Age Flash in his own title.
Yeah,
Numbering continued from Flash Comics. Oh, okay. Right. So there's been quite a gap. Origin and first appearance of the Mirror Master. I mean,
yeah,
apart from this staple up here, this looks really good. That's why it's got a 4.5 grading because of this staple.
yeah. That staple's very dodgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that's quite a nice looking 4.5.
Hmm.
Uh,
Wait.
and how much did this sell for, Alan? $1,000. Um,
Yeah, it seems a bit low. Not
Seems a
super
bit low
low,
to
but a
me as
bit
well.
low.
I mean, this is a key comic, isn't it? Uh,
Yeah.
Double key. So it's the first Silver Age Flash in his own title, and it's the
Hmm.
first Mirror Master, and you're getting a
Yeah.
4/5 for $1,000. Mm.
So.
Oh, this is an even bigger disaster. That is that one. That is the lowest price. This is the second comic in a row that is now significantly below pre-COVID.
Yeah, it's not a good sign. So
This
wait,
sold
when?
for more. This sold for more in 2012.
Wow. Yeah,
What's
that's not a
going
good
on,
sign.
Alan?
I don't know. I think the market is just so recently I went to a comic shop and the first like I was trying to set up a new account there because my comic shop closed.
Oh, okay.
And what happened was I the first time I went in, it was empty. I was like, what's going on? And they said, oh, we went like the shop owner has gone to a convention. He's taken all the back issues. So, they're expecting big things. Then when I came into the shop the next week to
Yeah.
set up my account because the guy wasn't there to set up the first week, um, they had all the stuff back. so,
None of it
so
sold.
they didn't have very much in sales. I guess the convention was empty and it was a big convention. It was the convention in Montreal.
Mm, wow.
And just a
Yeah.
big convention. They said it was a ghost town.
Yeah.
Um, and I think what's happening is the market is very, very soft right now. People
Yeah.
are just nervous. The economy is weak, and you're seeing the effects of that in the prices. Things that are. I actually just saw a pulp that I thought I wish I had bid on it. The first appearance of Buck Rogers,
Oh,
and it
wow.
sold for cheap. It sold for cheap.
Yeah.
Um,
I've
so
heard that a
yeah,
couple of times. That's the second time I've. So your comic shop has closed. There was a guy on Whatnot who runs a comic shop who was basically saying if it wasn't for Whatnot, he'd have had to have closed down. You know,
yeah.
and he was saying for
I
the
think
first month ever since he owned a comic shop, he'd made a loss.
yeah, I think the issue is this, like, it's the boom bust kind of effect, right? Where you have like if you have like an extreme boom, it's even harder to survive the bust. Because what happens is all those, you sort of buy into the hype even as a comic dealer. You're buying at those sort of higher prices,
Mhm.
then all of a sudden those books are not worth it. So you can't even pull out what you put into the book. Even
Yeah,
if you're
not only that, but you've tied your cash up, so you've got a cash flow issue.
yeah.
You know,
So I think we're seeing the effects of all of that, and people are struggling right now. I think people are having to sell books in order to pay for stuff.
yeah, this is why we're seeing the prices go below that
Floor.
threshold
It
level.
looked. I mean, it looked like things were stabilizing, but
It
I
did,
guess
but I
not.
have to say this week, I think they're for. I think that it's falling again. I think that we're going
Yeah,
below the threshold.
yeah.
Right, these two comics in a row there. Right, let's hope this one is going to recover the situation. This is Tales of Suspense number uh, 52. Is there anything special about this, Alan?
I first
Oh, it's the
Black
first Black
Widow,
Widow. Yeah.
and she's on the cover too, and she looks like they had her sort of like in that kind of
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
you
This is
know
a neat comic, this one.
she
Yeah.
looks like a widow.
Yeah.
And they announce it. They actually announce it when they show it.
Yeah.
So, um, so yeah, so this is a major comic. I had so much trouble getting this book when I bought my copy. I ended up buying a restored copy. And I paid a lot for it. I paid too much for it. Um, so this book I can tell you is down.
Okay. That's going to be the
I
third
can tell you.
low. So 1,140 for a 6/5. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
So
Uh, yeah.
what was the last sale before this one?
Actually, this is up on the last sale a bit.
Okay, that's good. That's
Um,
good.
where are we?
It
This
sold for 1140.
1140. So the previous one sold for 1055. So, but the one before that sold for 1,500. So, I mean, it's not good news, really, is it? It's hovering
Yeah.
around, what was it, pre-COVID, 900. So it hasn't gone through the pre-COVID threshold yet.
Okay, so that's good. This book is,
That is
this
a
book
major
is
key.
meant,
First Black
yeah,
Widow. I mean, the Black
yeah.
Widow's no more, but
But she's a character that is loved, you
yeah, she
know.
is. Yeah, yeah,
Um, she's a memory of better times for the comic book movies. Um, so yeah, but yeah, it's interesting. So this one, I think it looks like it's searching for the floor,
yeah.
if you
It
ask
is.
me,
Yeah,
because
it
it's
does.
got kind of that
It does
sort of
look a bit
like
like that.
up and down, and
There's a
it's
2,200 of these, which for Marvel is
fairly low.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. So I mean, it's a great book. It was hard to find, actually. I'm telling you, like, but I can see there's a bunch of copies on eBay right now, just based on the listings next to it.
Yes, no,
Um,
yeah. It's not so easy. More, easier to find now, Alan.
yeah, I was buying it at the wrong time. The movie was just announced, and I was buying it at the worst time.
Yeah.
So, but oh well.
I wouldn't buy any of
And
those on offer because they're overpriced, but
yeah, it's a character I really liked. But yeah, so yeah, so that's it for that round.
oh
Will things
dear.
improve on Mark's show?
Yes, and
Got to go over
if
there and
you
check it.
if you're coming out if you're expecting to see an arachnid, you're not going to see one.
No arachnids will be harmed in the
So
making of
so
this.
my views will probably drop by half because I've told people there's no arachnid.
Oh yes, yeah, but there are some really cool books.
There are.
But yeah, so yeah, so you got to go over and see those ones. They're the big sales. Yeah, it's been rough so far,
It's
but
been a bit rough.
hopefully things improve.
Yeah. Even I Dream of Jeannie was down by 60%.
Yes. But before I let you go, I just want to tell everybody that's watching, check out my video where I have my subscriber giveaway contest.
Oh,
Check that out because you can win some Golden Age comics, and
oh
it's
wow. Alan,
you know,
you're letting go of a comic.
I know just me giving away a comic is a big deal.
It
So
is. I have to
it
tell you
is.
guys, getting comics out of Alan is not easy.
Yeah, so I'm sort of like Scrooge, but I had this thing where like three ghosts visited me just as I was hitting 4,000 subscribers, and I was like, "What day is it? What day is it?" So,
Is
so
this
yes,
have you hit a significant number, Alan? Have you hit 5,000 or something?
no, it's just almost 4,000. So
Almost. Okay.
I figure I'll hit 4,000 next week. So yeah, I figured I should do my subscriber giveaway so people can go over there, enter in, and win
So how do we enter,
fabulous
Alan?
prizes. What?
Go and watch the video and put a comment. Is that how you enter?
Yeah, yeah. So the link is in the description to that video, so you can check it
Okay.
out.
And are people from the UK allowed to enter?
Anyone from anywhere in the world can enter,
Okay.
and I
Excellent.
will send books to some random location.
Right. Okay. I will
So,
look forward to that. I'm going to have to go and look because it'll be if it's Golden Age comic coming from Alan, it probably got a scantily clad female on it.
actually, the not well. There's a bunch of comics, and
Okay.
there's actually one that I didn't show, but it's coming in the mail.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.